Spending time with friends and family is one of life's greatest joys. And when good food is involved, it has a way of creating memories and bonds that last a lifetime. I'm Teresa Myers, and it's my privilege to welcome you to Cooking and Culture, a celebration of the dishes and the stories at the roots of food traditions. Come meet our guests, and let them know there will be one more for dinner.
All right, you ready to make some brunch?
Absolutely.
No matter where we gather in a friend's house or we go for parties, everybody always hangs out in the kitchen. It's that uniting ingredient, that kind of brings everybody along.
Well, I thought we could make some Shakshukah. Have you ever heard of it?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, so it's a really excellent brunch dish.
Food is the great connector because it literally brings people around the table, right? And it helps you to connect to people that you might not otherwise get a chance to get to know.
So should we get started?
Yes.
All good recipes start with onions and garlic.
Food to me is this artistic, creative way to express to people what's in me and what I want to express to them, which is usually love.
The concept of breaking bread and kind of getting together with your friends, that's a common element, I think, and cuts across cultures and racial themes. To me, life should be a journey. I think it should be exciting. I'm not perhaps, like most folks in standard corporate America. When I started, I had a mohawk and tattoos were kind of unusual. And in my opinion, the more we get people who are outside the box, that just adds to our portfolio. Makes us bigger, makes us better.
So Shakshukah comes from the Middle East, and I fell in love with it when I was traveling in Israel.
So I'm Jewish, and Jewish food to me is a part of who I am. So when I cook that kind of food, I'm showing people my family, and I'm showing people where I'm from.
Everything kind of cooks together in the pan, and it's a really good way to feed a lot of people an egg dish all at once.
People often are surprised at all the different areas of food we get into. So for me, that's fantastic, right? Because nothing brings people together better than food.
It's a hit all over the Middle East.
Is it traditional for
it's traditional Lebanese, Jordanian, Israeli, Palestinian.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a dish everybody knows sort of in that region, and everyone does it differently.
If you can share a good meal with somebody, or better yet, if you can cook a good meal for somebody, they're probably more willing and more excited about getting to know you.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown our turkey, and we want crispy little bits of sausage. Everyone loves that. Yeah, just dump it in. Be generous. Yeah, generous.
Food is sort of how we come together. So whether it's family at home or whether it's friends when we're in an outing, I think it's the way that we're able to just relax and just be ourselves.
Food is the common denominator for happiness. Everyone loves food. Food brings people together in different aspects of life. It makes me happy, it makes me smile, so.
Our turkey going, and it looks really good, nice and crispy, right? So now can we get some more oil? Yeah, good. And now we're gonna throw our onions in.
I think that food is important because it does nourish us along the way, and it is something that everyone can come together around. Who doesn't like food?
Food is kind of the basic source of all health, right? And if you can figure that piece out for yourself, which looks different for everybody, you're gonna be better off.
I wanna see you do that.
I feel like I'm doing some weird fishing.
Throw it up high. Yes, perfect. So now we're gonna throw in some of our pepper. And I also have some diced green cheese chilies. I love these. Do you like spicy food?
I do, I love spicy.
Okay, actually before I do this, I'm gonna saute my dry spices.
Okay.
So I have paprika, cayenne pepper, and a little bit of cumin. So what that does is it brings out the aromas, and they don't just boil in the sauce. They actually have a chance to develop and get really toasty and delicious.
Assuming this dish is incredibly flavorful.
It's incredibly flavorful. It's nice, it's beautiful, it's colorful. We know what's in here. Smell that? A little waft over there.
You really need to get to know the people that you work with. It helps you engage with one another. It helps you to just be able to connect on levels. And that's going to improve how you perform and how the company performs.
All right, Steve, so, what do you think of this?
It's amazing so far, and it's not even done. Sure.
Because I want to nestle our eggs gently inside. So then all we do is take our little bowl and then just gently sort of guide that in like that. And we're gonna do that a couple times.
Yeah.
Got it?
Sure.
So we just have to get this in the oven, right? This, if you wouldn't mind getting the oven for me. I'm gonna get this right on the top rack so that the heat can come down and like really cook those eggs quickly and gently. And then that's it.
So the ERGs at Hormel are basically resource groups that are led by employees, and they give some insight into different aspects or different groups within Hormel.
The world is changing around us, and people want to know that the values of the company kind of match theirs.
All right, are you guys hungry? Yeah. Want some Shakshukah?
From a personal level, Age Proud and Allies is very important to me. I helped start the group years ago, and it creates this awareness that says, you know, there are people out there who are accepting, and we want you to step out and represent and show us your diversity and what we can learn from you and what you can learn from us.
Being able to be accepted for who you are with Hormel Foods is very important. It allows me to do the best job I possibly can for the company. It allows me to interact with different cultures and different environments. It actually allows me to be a voice for some that are afraid to speak up.
I had no idea Hormel was so progressive.
It's really important when you're part of the LGBTQ community to have other people like you accessible, because otherwise you feel very lonely and you feel very weird and very different maybe and not accepted.
I think when you look at the LGBT community, there's this almost sense of fear, or this sense that you have to hide who you are because you don't know what impacts that's going to have on your career or on your personal life or just how you make it through the day.
We all understand there are a different vast amount of cultures and diversity within the world that we live, as well as the company that we work for.
And I think the value to Hormel is we have it right here within our own group, and the more diverse we become and the more we understand each other, the more we're going to succeed.
Pretty good, right?
Amazing.
So again, like this is Shakshukah. It's a Middle Eastern breakfast dish, but can also be eaten kind of any time of the day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this off with some garnish. It's like all about the toppings for this dish.
Our customers are evolving. That's kind of what we talk about a lot in the analytics group and the sales field, because as our customer base changes over and they look different, we have to change. We can't sell the same way we used to 30, 40 years ago. But at the same time, I don't think we should give up kind of what Hormel is and who we've been, right? That's still our core, but we have to build onto that.
The bottom line is Hormel hires very diverse, talented individuals to do the best that they can day in and day out for the company. I really enjoyed having a new dish that none of us have tried before, a new culture, as well as being able to talk about Age Proud and what that means, being able to talk about our lifestyles.
It's always wonderful to learn about new allies. This is like a really good example of that. You guys should be really proud to work for Hormel. It's cool.
I strongly believe that Hormel does stand behind what they're promoting as far as diversity and inclusion.
It's kind of great to work for a company like that. I feel like you have a purpose in the world and you're actually making a difference.
And for us, it's an exploration. You know, I feel like we're on a journey and we're kind of learning together as we do this work. But what does it look like? It looks like everybody.
Thank you, Chef Stephanie and Steve, for allowing us to get to know you a little better today. And thanks to all of you for joining us on this episode of Cooking and Culture. We're looking forward to dining with you again.